There's Steve.
Make sure your person's with. Oh, here. I know, she doesn't. Hey, Anthony.
Okay. You were about a minute out.
Okay, a minute out.
There's a door.
Good afternoon on this Wednesday. I hope you are having a fabulous day so far. The time now is 12:30. I'm Julie Broughton. This is Take 6. We're so happy you're spending a little bit of time with us for your afternoon news brief. Now, if you've been outside today, if you're anywhere near a window, you know, it's kind of gloomy in a lot of spots. We are pinpointing a strong cold front that is on its way to Central Florida right now. That will mean some rain later today and some big time changes as far as our temperatures go. In fact, some of us could wake up in the 30s by Friday morning. We will talk more about your full forecast in just a few minutes. And we will also check in with Eric Von Aken. Every Wednesday, he brings us his Protecting Our Community segment. And this week, he's going to take us to the longest running self-defense class in Central Florida and tell you how you can get involved in that. But first, it is a big day here at News 6. Every month, we hit the road to a different community in Central Florida. And this week, we are hitting the road to Ormond Beach. So joining us now live is Lisa Bell. And Lisa, you're getting to have all the fun. You are out there right now. And oh, I see you have some people crashing your shots behind you. It looks like you're not alone.
I'm trying to get them. Yes, I'm trying to get them in the shot, but I'm using a new phone and I'm struggling to figure out how to manipulate the camera and the angles. So, but you can see over my shoulder, we have television's Matt Austin and Ginger Gadsden.
I've heard of both
See
of them.
I'm going the wrong direction. Anywho, there's Ginger. And we are here at the Grind Gastro Pub and Kona Tiki Bar in Ormond Beach. They just ordered some steak bites, and I was hoping to get a little, taste of it.
With the side
Oh my gosh! Look, they've ordered everything on the menu. What is this?
The Kobe truffle burger.
Ooh, the Kobe truffle burger.
Oh, okay.
I have heard about this place.
Wow.
It's fantastic.
All right, Matt, let's see yours.
And have tea.
Ginger, what did you order?
This is not mine. This is Donovan's. What is this?
Oh, send us
The truffle burger.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I will be enjoying an Atkins shake here in just moments, so I'm sure it will be
Let's
just
see
as
yours,
good.
Ginger.
Well, I got a cod sandwich and a salad.
Looks like macaroni salad.
I think it is, but I only got the cod without the top.
Oh.
But it's got a little cheese slice on it,
Okay.
tomato.
Oh my gosh, that is a juicy burger. It is like
Like the
dripping
Osborne
out the
food.
end. Yeah, I know. And the steak tips.
The steak chips are over the table.
Are you guys even going to be able to do the shows today, or are you going to need to take a nap
I don't
after
know.
this?
We're just here to eat. So yeah, this is the idea of covering Ormond Beach. We're going to order everything on the menu. I plan to get the funky chicken a little bit later, which has some avocado, some bacon, lettuce, tomatoes. So I'll let you know how that turns out. But
Cool.
haven't we had the best time learning about Ormond Beach?
I'm
It's so good.
I got a shit.
I know.
Oh, hold on. Your finger is covering the camera. I know we're all trying to learn how to use our new phones.
So that was a special appearance by Donovan Myrie's thumb or finger.
Our tripod right now. But no, we have had a fantastic time, and all day we are going to be broadcasting live from this pub. So come on out here, say hello. We're going to be here. We're going to be eating. When we're not eating, we'll be talking with people who are here, and we'll also be sharing a little bit of information that we've learned throughout our coverage here. So I know you guys have done great stories that we're going to see today. We're going to be on the air here from 4 to 7 p.m. And you had a really cool one about that.
Oh, they're still here. They'll be here until April. And it was done by a guy named Stuart Johnson. And they look real. People walk up to them and start talking to them because they think they're real people. They're life size. They each weigh about 600 pounds. It's incredible. There are 13 of them. And you just kind of find your way around all of them. And people really, really love them.
Yeah.
And I like going and seeing them. They're so interesting.
Yeah. And Matt, you had a story with a guy who is really transforming parts of Ormond Beach.
Fascinating guy. You ever just hang out with someone and you just want to kind of soak up their wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
This guy has slowly bought up all of Ormond Beach downtown. Almost the whole thing. There's City Hall. There's like a carpet place, a few other spots he doesn't own. He owns the businesses. He redoes them in a way that kind of brings out the history. And then he leases them out to people and it's turnkey. So like usually if you come in, you have to fill the kitchen and do the decorating. All that's already done for you. He comes in and you come in and lease it. And places like this bar here, which he owns, they come in and had a successful run for a while here.
Now, Matt touched on the history. There is so much history in Ormond Beach. And I had the opportunity to speak with the president of the Ormond Beach Historical Society, who took me and now our viewers on a little tour.
We are
of
here
some of
at the
here.
historic Nathan Cobb Cottage. Let's go ahead and go inside and take a look at this historic building.
Hi. Welcome. I'm so excited that you came from Orlando to see this lovely piece of history.
We can't wait to check it out.
Come on in, Lisa. Well, this is the Nathan Cobb Cottage. I'm Mary Smith with the Ormond Beach Historical Society, and this is one of our properties that we own. This was a schooner that shipwrecked on the coast of Ormond Beach in 1896, 128 years ago.
So this ship, that's a piece of the ship.
That is a piece of the ship. And the person right here, Billy Fagan, had permission to get all of the salvage, and he built this 3-room cottage.
Today, the Historical Society uses this 3-room cottage for community events, including a speaker series called Conversations at the Cobb, showcasing its storied original floors and fireplace and what life was like in Ormond Beach at the turn of the 20th century.
Welcome to the Anderson Price Memorial Building.
Been here since 1916.
1916. This was the original Village Association.
The Village Association was an all-women's club that had one goal, to beautify Ormond, and boy were they successful. For more than 100 years, this building has served as a meeting place. It got its start when the women purchased the land for $1,200. Today it serves as a prime wedding venue, keeping local history alive while paying tribute to its namesakes, John Anderson and Joseph Price, who built the Hotel Ormond.
This particular model was gifted to us.
So this was a huge property.
11 miles of hallways.
11 miles of hallways.
Did you go by Publix down here?
No.
That's where the pool was.
Okay.
So it's like on the other side of Halifax.
Wow.
Yeah.
With 400 guest rooms, elevators, a saltwater swimming pool, it was the largest wooden structure in the United States, sitting on 80 acres of prime real estate. Henry Flagler bought the property and invited some of his friends to vacation here, including the Prince of Wales, President Harding, Henry Ford, Harvey Firestone, and the world's richest man at the time, John D. Rockefeller. But over the years, it fell into disrepair and was demolished in 1992. Today, people come from all over the world to see this replica, which is now at the Welcome Center in Ormond Beach, inside the historic McDonald House built by a woman who worked at the Hotel Ormond.
Where are we right now?
We are in the only remaining piece of history of the Ormond Hotel. This was salvaged after the hotel was barreled in like 1992.
The Ormond Hotel cupola, saved by Historical Society members from demolition debris, along with a few other artifacts like an original brick and room key.
That's what they look like, the skeleton key. I wonder if they fit all the doors.
You're right.
You know?
The cupola was once the centerpiece of the hotel's roof, giving guests a view of both the ocean and the river. Today, it's open on the weekends, giving visitors a peek back in time.
We restored it, put the windows in, and people just love to come in here and tour, because Fortunato Park is just a great area, and you can actually walk under the bridge there and end up at the casements.
It was named after these windows right here.
Yes.
The Casements, a 9,000 square foot home John Rockefeller eventually purchased for his winter residence here, named after its casement style windows.
What's it like to feel like you're opening the door that John Rockefeller used to walk through?
My favorite thing is this beach chair.
Oh, that is cool.
That's what they used to sit on at the beach.
And even like the chandelier.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Was this office here?
Today, it serves as a mini museum showcasing what life was like for America's rich and famous. Rockefeller spent his winters here enjoying golf and watching automobile racing on the beach. He died in his bedroom here in 1937, just short of his 98th birthday.
So, welcome back live. We are at the Grind Gastropub at Kona Tiki Bar, where Ginger and Matt are enjoying some delicious lunch. You got a little mini tour of Ormond Beach, the building. As we've been mentioning, we've all learned since coming over here and doing some of our coverage. You can see our production crew setting up our anchor desk for today. We've got the lights, we've got the camera. Now we're ready for the action. We're going to start at 4 o'clock this afternoon, and as we've been mentioning, we'll be out here until 7 o'clock tonight. This weather it actually feels really nice right now. I'm always cold, so I put on the jacket. It's a little muggy out here, but we're hoping for no rain and no wind. Julie, can you help us out?
That might be a tough order today. I did notice that you're covered, so you're under cover, so that's good. But one reason that I'm not out there is because we are tracking a cold front, so we are expecting some pretty heavy rain to move in right around news time. So I think you'll see some rain out there. So hopefully you stay covered and dry. Not much lightning, so that's good. You can hang outside in the rain, but you can't hang outside in the lightning. That would upset me.
Right, we know.
I get very, very testy about lightning. I'm very sensitive about that.
As you should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
I noticed some condiments have appeared on the table since last we saw you. So have you ordered some more stuff? You now have ketchup. You didn't have that before. Excellent.
Well, I made it through all the ranch dressing. So
We're now just dipping our fries in gravy.
no, those are good. We're having our own little poutine out here. You know
I'm
what
so
sucks
jealous.
is when they started talking about the menu, and I said, what if I'm trying to get this little vixen over here? I was trying to get something healthy, and she kept listing off all this delicious things. But she's amazing. The service here, if you're ever at Grind Gastro, food is great, service is great, and the ambiance is great.
We met some people from Merritt Island to watch. Larry and Mary, they were here enjoying lunch. They had to leave, but they say they exclusively watched News 6. We're happy with them. I posted them on my Facebook page. And I love meeting people. We don't meet them when we're in studio or in house. We only meet them when we're out amongst the people. So come on out.
Ginger, I have bad news for you.
What?
You spilled some gravy.
Oh, my God.
You got to go clean that up. All right, Julie. We're going to send it back to you. We're going to clean up out here
Right.
and get ready for the news at 4.
Ginger's going to have to wear her shirt backwards on the news now. So if you
Or
see
borrow my
that,
jacket
just don't
and
ask me
zip it
questions.
all the way up.
All right, Lisa, Ginger, Matt, everyone, thank you so much. We will see you live from Ormond Beach at 4 o'clock.
Sounds good. We'll see you soon.
All right, we are going to take a short break. When we get back, we'll check out that forecast and let you know what we're expecting as far as some of that rain, especially if you're heading out to Ormond Beach today to catch WKMG Hits the Road. And we will have Eric Von Akens Protecting Our Community story coming up in just a few minutes. We're back in about 2 minutes. Welcome back to Take 6. The time now is 12:44. I'm Julie Broughton. Thank you for sticking with us. If you were with us on YouTube, you were seeing some cloudy beach cams out there. We are continuing to track a cold front moving towards central Florida, and that means our rain chance, depending where you are, is about 60 to 80% today. We'll break that down for you in just a moment. But first, every Wednesday, News 6's Eric Von Aken brings us his Protecting Our Community segment. This week, he tells us about the longest running self-defense class in Central Florida.
The things I want to teach is easy to remember so that in the situation, if it occurs after all the education, the crime prevention, you did all of that and somehow you still ended up in the situation, you don't have to think about it, it's going to happen. One of the first moves that I teach is a palm heel strike to the face.
Sergeant Jay Brennan, you are the instructor here at the Ormond Beach Police Department of the SLAP class because you came up with this.
Yes, it felt like it was a responsibility, and we had the opportunity to give it to the citizens.
You invented it because you are a martial artist.
Yes, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, practiced some other martial arts.
And from my understanding, you took all of your training and all of your knowledge and all of your skills, and you created a class that you could share some of this information with the women here in the community.
Right, it's an introduction to self-defense. A lot of it is education, crime prevention techniques and strategies to prevent it from even getting there. But if it gets there, and you'll be a little bit more prepared. So the next one would be also, the strike would be with a forearm, and it would be anywhere between here and here. You're not going to be a ninja from taking only a 2-hour class.
Right.
You took martial arts for several years to get to where you were, so did I. And we know that continuous practice of any technique is the best method of retaining that technique. So this is really just getting them in a mindset that things do happen.
Sergeant Brennan has taught hundreds of women since 2016, from high school athletes to church groups. Police gave us this video of his most recent class.
Is it realistic for
100%.
someone to take what they just learned here after 2 hours and walk out and be a little bit better off in potentially a life-threatening situation?
100%. I think that if you're uneducated in anything and you learn some specific details or strategies to prepare yourself a little bit more, if that was to occur later, that you will be a little bit more prepared than you were before.
Now, I should tell you that the sergeant's class is by request, so that means if you or your group are looking to set something up, send them an email. I put a link to their email address inside this story on our website at clickorlando.com. Look under the Getting Results, Protecting Our Community tab. We're now protecting our community in Ormond Beach. Eric Von Aken, Getting Results, News 6.
City and county leaders in Apopka are meeting later today to talk about solutions to a long-time problem of residents and business owners complaining about flooding along Border Lake. News 6's Angie Casada tells us what is driving that conversation.
Yeah, this meeting comes after years of repeated flooding in areas like the one behind me. In a distance, you can see 436. Obviously, it's a high traffic area, and just a few feet away is Border Lake. So you can only imagine the problems that occurred when people were going through all of that flooding. Now, even though city and county leaders agree that a fix is needed, not everyone sees eye to eye when it comes to the best way to fix it. For years, Border Lake has been a source of frustration for Apopka residents. Heavy rain has repeatedly flooded streets, homes, and businesses along State Road 436 and Piedmont-Wekiva Road. Orange County Commissioner Christine Moore has been pushing a short-term plan to drain water into a nearby lake. News 6 spoke to Commissioner Moore at the beginning of the month before the City Council's last meeting.
I don't know what the mayor of Apopka is doing tomorrow, if he's going to just present his option that has no funding, or if he's going to hear our short term. You know, if you ask me, it should be a collaborative meeting.
At a recent Apopka City Council meeting, tensions flared when flooding concerns were initially left off the agenda. Apopka's Mayor Brian Nelson says he does support the county's short-term plan, while also working towards a long-term solution. However, he believes some, like Commissioner Moore, have other motivations.
Here we are, now it's an issue for her because, whatever her political aspirations are. So it's not it shouldn't be a political football that we're, slinging around. These are people's lives. These are people's businesses. We need to sit down and figure out a solution.
Because the 5 lakes that would be involved in our plan are all your lakes, is going to be your decision as to what process or procedures you would use to try to stop the flooding.
Tonight's meeting starts at 6:30 at Apopka City Hall. If both sides can reach a solution to keep this area from flooding again, of course, we'll let you know. Reporting in Apopka, Angie Casada, Getting Results, News 6.
Again, that meeting is tonight at 6:30, and we will have what happens for you on air and online. Our other big story of the day is the weather. We've been telling you about a cold front that is heading our way, and it's getting really close to central Florida. And that means as we head through the afternoon hours, the chance of rain goes way up. Here's a look at the radar for you scanning out right now, where most of us are not seeing any rain moving in just yet. But as we look a little bit farther to the north and west, those light showers are beginning to track toward areas like western Marion County. All of this is part of a larger area of showers and a few embedded thunderstorms ahead of that front, and it is dropping to the south and east. So really through afternoon drive time, that's when we were talking about the potential of the heaviest rain. Here's a look at the satellite and radar imagery showing a better look at that system. We have a warm front that is already lifted through central Florida. Behind that, our winds are now out of the south, so that's going to kick a lot of us up close to 80 degrees. That area of low pressure in the Gulf is pumping all that moisture up into central Florida. And then we have that cold front, which will help to spark some of those showers and thunderstorms and then bring us a dramatic cool down, especially tomorrow night into Friday morning. Now, right now, we are already above normal in most spots, sitting at 79 in both Orlando and Kissimmee. You are at 80 in Cape Canaveral and Cocoa Beach, and still at 66 right now in Palm Coast. The winds have shifted to the southwest, and that is a warm, moist flow force, so that's bringing up all that moisture. Sustained winds right now in Cocoa Beach are at 17 miles per hour. We are seeing some higher gusts, so it will be a windy day. Now, temperatures may warm up a little bit more before the rain actually gets here, but overall, most of us will be in the low 80s. Average high for today is 76. Now, here's the clouds and rain forecast as we time all of this out for you. Here's what we think things will look like at 2 o'clock. Some heavier rain moving into our western counties. That spreads pretty quickly off toward the east. So by 3 o'clock, by school pickup time, we're talking about fairly widespread rain. And then by our afternoon drive time, stopping the clock at 5 o'clock, where you see the yellow, the orange, the red, that shows us where we're talking about pockets of heavy rain stretching from Ocala down into parts of Osceola County along the Turnpike on over into coastal areas of Brevard and Volusia counties. We get the front to our south. Still at 6 o'clock, though, we're looking at some heavy rain. So that rain sticking around through the middle of the evening, again, before the front fully passes to our south by around midnight. Then still some clouds lingering around overnight. We could see some light rain overnight, but most of the rain should be out of here by midnight. Then as we head through the afternoon hours tomorrow, we begin to see the skies clearing and our temperatures will drop. Now tonight will be cooler than we were this morning, but this is not the real cold stuff. That doesn't come till Friday morning. 55 overnight tonight in Orlando, 56 in Kissimmee, 49 in Ocala and the Villages, and 58 in Melbourne. Here's what you can expect Friday morning. We're talking about low 40s in areas like Kissimmee and Orlando. And then as we move farther to the north and west of I-4, that's where we dip into the 30s. We do have a freeze watch posted for western Marion County. That is for Friday morning. Ocala, you're looking at a low of 33. 7-day forecast showing rain chances for today stay around 60 to 80%. Tomorrow, still some clouds hanging around. By Friday, we should see a lot of sunshine. Again, that cold start, and we only warm into the low 60s, back into the 70s this weekend with a few showers both Sunday and Monday. We will pinpoint those showers live for you starting on News 6 at 4. We're not expecting any widespread strong or severe storms. So, of course, if that changes, we will certainly let you know. If you have any questions or comments for us at Take 6, head to clickorlando.com/Take 6. Let us know what's on your mind. Thanks for spending some time with us, and I will see you at 4.